What's up, y'all? Um, I just wanted to talk for a bit. Today is the 1 year anniversary of X's death. Um, I think it's like 1 o'clock right now. Um, it was like around this time. It had to be between the between the hours of 1 to 3 o'clock. I think one of my friends texted me and said um, that he got shot, and I went on Twitter because that was where I got. That's where I still get all my news from, and that was the first thing trending. It said he was shot. And they said that he didn't have a pulse when they found him, and then they showed the video of him like hanging out of the car, and it looked from the video, it looked like he was already dead at on arrival, and it ultimately turned out to be that. Um, I can't believe a year has passed because I still remember like this day last year, and just like it wasn't even it was like shock because the only time I had a death like a celebrity like that was the last time I thought I had it like that was Michael Jackson in 2009, and it was like I was crying the whole day through that, you know. And the Michael Jackson thing, I learned about him a year before, so this is a guy I just learned about a year. Next thing you know, he's gone. And the same thing happened with X. I learned about X in 2017. That's when Look at Me came out, I believe. 'Cause I think that's when Revenge was out. And then a year later, he's gone. So it's like every time I learn about a new person, a new celebrity, like a new rapper or singer, they get killed in the next year, and it's just like a shock thing for me, you know. Uh, so after Look at Me came out, then I went back in all his old music, and then I started to follow once he dropped 17 and once Question Mark came out, and it was just like I never got a chance to see him live. He came in Philly probably a handful of times, but I never got a chance to. 'Cause I never really had the money or wasn't really allowed to go to concerts when I was back then. But it's like me not even getting to see him at all ever. It was just like I still felt a sort of connection to him because of the music that he made, and it wasn't like every other rapper that I was listening to before and now, you know. So it's like it feels like I lost a friend. Like I never seen this guy outside of a phone, but it just hurt like I lost a friend, you know. So my main reason to talk about this is because I just wanted to like I didn't want to spend the day just sad about him not being here. I wanted to just remember like the way he portrayed himself um, with his music, and as funny as the guy was, because you follow on Instagram, and he was just a hilarious guy like to watch because he'd had a different personality than people I've ever met before, and he was just a really funny person, you know. Um, it's weird because uh, this era that we're in right now. I apologize for stuttering. I'm not editing through all this. I just wanna raw talk with you guys, you know. This era that we're in now, this 2019, it's just like everybody is so sensitive over everything, but at the same time they're insensitive, you know. And it's like I don't know how if someone calls you a word, you are ready to destroy their whole career about it, or if a celebrity makes a tweet back in 2011, people are willing to go back and find that tweet, bring it back now, and then try to get their life ruined because of a stupid statement they said years before. That is the most cheap thing to me, and people are so sensitive about that stuff. But then I go on Instagram this morning. I think it's down. I think Instagram is down again now. But I went on Instagram this morning when I woke up around 11:10, and it was just people with the extension jokes and extinction jokes, and it's just like, why? Like, I don't understand how people get a joy out of someone being dead. And I saw one thread. It was just it was a few tweets that he made. I want to say in 2011. And he was calling black women roaches, and how he said deaf to dark skinned women. I think he said. And while I think that is probably one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard in my life, um, I will never wish death upon anybody. Ever. I wouldn't wish death upon my worst enemy, because death is something that you can't come back from, you know? So it's like, why would you? I don't care how angry someone makes you. I don't care what they do to you. I wouldn't wish death upon anybody. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm just weird, but I would never wish death upon anybody, because you can't come back from that. I think people like disregard how powerful death is. You're not coming back from that. There is no afterwards to me. I think when you die, you go to heaven or hell, and it's like that. You don't come back on this earth, is what I'm saying. So someone is taken from this earth, and you have the time to make a joke about them, and that makes you feel empowered. I'm like, oh, yeah, you do that. You go on in your little spam account and then make your stupid jokes about a man being dead. Like, I feel like those are the people that have social anxiety and like can't talk to people in public areas, so they use Instagram as a way to get all their jokes off and how to interact with people. And I think that's insane. Like, having social anxiety is probably one of the worst things you can have, because you want to be able to talk to people outside, but you can't, you know, like out in your environment and your neighborhood and stuff, but you just can't. But I know people who have learned to cope with that. And all the people I know that have social anxiety don't go on their spam accounts on Instagram and just make jokes about people being dead for their 141 followers of their little clique or whatever they are, you know. And I hate that, because you're not cool for making fun of somebody being dead. You're not cool for plugging your music over something that has nothing to do with it. Like, I've seen people like I've seen some K-pop fans, and I've listened to a bunch of that K-pop stuff. I really don't know what's going on, but it sounds great, you know. I don't know what they're saying. I can't speak the language, but I like it, you know. And it's just like, there's those BTS fans that only uplift their fan base, and then there's the BTS fans that are like under X's post, and they're like, oh well, our guy wouldn't have done this, and then post a video of them dancing. Like, no one cares what he would have done. This is about a guy who died a year from now, and you're talking about somebody who's alive and well, obviously, from your video, and you're talking about, well, he wouldn't have done this. Go stream his song. Like, no, why are you here? And then when someone calls him on it, they want to call you a hater or something. Like, this is my point. And these are the same people that get triggered off of one word to them, and then they just get angry and just, oh, hey, you guys can't be sensitive and insensitive at the same time. Pick one, you know? And it's like, I may lose some people on this kind of video, but at that point, I don't really care, because if you don't see that the way I do, then I really don't want you to be on my channel, to be honest. If you don't see the reason why I say you can't be sensitive and insensitive at the same time, then you shouldn't be here. Because I made this channel for people to, this is supposed to be a safe place for all of my fans. I don't want to be like a regular YouTube who says they interact with their fans and doesn't. I want us to be a family. And me being a family, I'm going to be 100% honest with all of you every single time I turn this camera on. I'm not holding anything back. I'm not trying to promote something that's not there. I'm not trying to paint a picture for anybody. This is me every day. And you can ask my friends who know me outside of this. This is me every day. I think the way I want to think, and I talk to people I want to talk. I do what I want to do, regardless of what anybody else thinks. Because I know when I die, I'm going to be the only one in that casket. So why am I trying to help somebody? Why am I trying to not help somebody else? Why am I trying to impress somebody else, you know? So it's like, and X has helped me mentally, you know. And people are like, "Oh, music can't help you," and that is probably one of the most stupid statements I've heard too. Because if it wasn't for music, I don't know where I would be mentally. Music is a coping mechanism, and he made some of that music that helped me cope through the different bad times I had in my life, you know. So this point right now, want to I want to leave all of this right here so I never have to visit it again, you know. I want to address all of the things that I saw today that made me angry just right here today. So I never have to speak on it again. Any X slander that I see, you're gonna get blocked. Just so I never have to talk to you again. Simple. That's just how I'm feeling forever. Because if you had the time to talk about a dead man, then I obviously I don't need to have you in my life. Period. If you have the time to talk about someone who's dead and say, "Oh, well, he's let's have a party because he's dead," like, and people would say, "Well, what if it was a what if it was a he was a mass murderer or something?" I wouldn't rejoice over him being dead. He would be dead, and I would leave it at that. You're a mass murderer. You kill other people. You deserve to be dead. If you kill other people, you deserve to be dead. But if you think I'm gonna go on Instagram and say, "Hey, everybody, this guy died. Let's have a party. Yay!" Like, what does that do for me? What does that do for anybody? Why is everyone gathering like for funerals? They call them homecomings now, homegoings or homegoings, because they don't want it to keep it sad the whole time. But they're not in there having cake and playing pin the tail on the dome. It's a funeral. It's supposed to be a solemn but understanding time of a person not dying but moving on past Earth. It's not a party, you know. A birthday party and a funeral aren't the same thing, you know. There should be no joy here. There should be no joy. I mean, people are like, if a mass murderer died, I would rejoice. What are you rejoicing for? A family is not rejoicing because their child is dead. And I'm sure after a while they would learn to, I don't even know, forgive but never forget, you know. I've watched court cases and they just say, "I forgive you, but I will never forget what you did." They're not gonna harbor that anger in them for the rest of their life. Cause at the end, that'll take you out. Then you'll be dead. You know. Imagine you dying and then you being conscious of what's happening down here, and seeing a bunch of people having a party because you're dead, or making jokes about your death. What kind of sick people are? How sick can you be? You know. But this is a messed up world we live in anyway, so I just try to cope with it. You understand? If I died, I don't want anybody rejoicing over me dying. If it happens, it happens. But I don't. I'm sure my friends and family don't want everyone to have a party. Oh, Love is dead. Like, come on now. But I said if I die, when I die, eventually, at any time, I don't want people having a party over my death. That makes no sense. I would never have a party over anyone else's death. So why would I want someone to do that to me? So, I'm not editing this. This is like raw 14 minutes talking. If you're still here, thank you. Uh, I just had to get all that off my chest. 'Cause that was like a year building of stuff I just wanted to say, but I never felt the time was right, and I think today is the time is right. You know, um, love everything. Keep creating, be the best person you can be every day. Try to minimize the negativity in your life, one day at a time. Try to focus on the positive and not the negative, and if there's any negative, try to not dwell on it, because that'll eventually destroy you in the long run. So, yeah. Um, One more time, rest in peace, XXX. Um, thank thank you for being here. I think you really helped me, and you helped millions of people. So I know you probably don't hear this wherever you are. I hope there's a certain connection in the universe that helps you hear this. But thank you, a lot. I really appreciate that. Um, I love you guys. Everybody stay safe this summer. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah. Like, subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment down below about your opinions about XXX or mental health or anything that I just said in these past 16 minutes we're going on. So, yeah. Stay safe, y'all.